What's up, everybody? Thanks for checking out my channel. Once again, I'm Carlos and this is Just As Carlos. Today's video is about this thing back here, and not specifically this brand, but all air fryer ovens. So if you have an air fryer oven and you make things like rotisserie chicken, if you make bacon, if you make anything that's greasy, this is probably not as bad, but probably somewhat what yours looks like. You can take a paper towel and you could take some surface cleaner and a glass cleaner, but I went overboard. What the worst case scenario could be. Ugh. And we're gonna clean it up and I'm gonna show you how. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you probably already know, spoiler alert. If you're not familiar, check out those other videos and come back. Okay, maybe you're not going to leave and come back, and I appreciate you. So while you're here, like, subscribe, and of course comment down below what you use to clean your air fryer ovens. So the first thing we're going to do, obviously, we're going to open this up and take a look and see how bad it is. And in this case, this is only from cooking bacon. We made 2 packs of bacon on purpose. That way we could get the most amount of grease to drip down in here, to leak out, to get on the glass covers. So we set these grates on top and then we let it dry on for a couple of days because we really wanted to make sure that we put this thing into the worst case scenario. So regardless of what your air fryer oven or even your regular air fryer looks like, you can use these steps and be able to clean it just as well. So obviously the first thing you want to do after you open it up, you want to take these grates out and you want to put them in the sink and you want to let them rinse on hot water, or put them in your dishwasher. And of course, put it on high heat. That way you can get all the grease off of it. If you're hand washing, use something that is scrubby, or at least has a scrubby on one side. Like I love to use Adobe, not Adobe like Photoshop, but a dobie, which is this one right here, which has pretty much gone through the ringer itself, but we're still going to use it. And of course, your standard sponge with a scrubby side. This scrubby side is going to be your best friend in getting all of the stuff that's been in the back that you've been neglecting to clean. One sponge with a scrubby and something that you can really put some elbow grease on. Dobie. Pick one up. Okay, we're going to take these grates out. Look at that. Pretty nasty. But they'll come clean easily. Yuck. And even the basket. Lots of grease. Quick tip. In your instruction booklet, it tells you
Do not use aluminum foil in your air fryer.
you can. It may void your warranty if something happens, but for easiest cleanup, do you want to clean that out of the bottom of your tray? Or would you rather have this? Me personally, I'd rather throw away the one piece of aluminum foil after everything is dried. Don't try to scoop this up while the hot grease is still in it. Give it a chance, maybe a few hours. It'll harden, and then you can go ahead and toss this out. And then you can rewrap this in aluminum foil. We're gonna wash this anyway. Now you're left with your air fryer oven. Let me give you a sneak peek inside of what this looks like. So as I mentioned, we put 2 packs of bacon in here. We cooked them nice and crispy and greasy. And you still have grease that leaked out of your drip pan and it's still got in the oven. So what we want to do first is we want to spray it down and let it sit. That magic sauce, you guessed it, Dawn Power Wash. So this is what we're going to spray in here. It's okay, it's safe. You can use this on all the surfaces as long as when you're done, you take the sponge and you wipe it down and you get all the soap out. We're going to go let that soak for a little bit, and then we're going to come back. Okay, so we've given it about 15 minutes to kind of lock in a little bit, break up some of that grease, do what Dawn does best. We're going to take our Dobie scrubber. We're going to get all inside. Don't forget to rinse out your sponge because it will get nasty. Now it's time for the sponge to get any remaining. Make sure that you clean these heating elements because they will get hot and then whatever's left on them will burn off. Go behind with paper towels, dry everything off, especially the heating elements. And don't forget, even after you're done cleaning your oven, you still got nasty stuff on the bottom too. Finally, the last step in cleaning your air fryer oven, underneath. Let me show you. Look at all of this that drips out of your air fryer when you clean it. So whatever counter you're using for your air fryer, place something underneath of it, like a cookie sheet, some kind of silicone mat, and it'll save you a lot of time in cleaning up underneath and behind your air fryer, because this is what is hiding underneath of your air fryer every time you cook. Okay, so depending on how long it's been since you've cleaned your air fryer oven or how thick the grease is in yours, you may have to repeat this process 2 or 3 times. But once you've done it and you keep up on it, it'll be so much easier and it'll look like this. So you go back to what it looked like when you bought it. Cleanup is much easier. The Dawn Power Wash breaks down that grease so much easier if you just let it sit and then you scrub it away. But one final tip I want to leave you with, this pan, while it does look a mess, we stopped using it just by itself and prevented additional damage to it by just simply covering it in aluminum foil. So all you want to do is get a piece of aluminum foil that overlaps on the edges, maybe about 1/4 of an inch, doesn't have to be much. The most important part about laying down this aluminum foil is making sure you get down into these grooves. Your grease will be trapped in this pan, but if you don't push down these grooves, the grease is not going to have anywhere to sit and it's just going to pour into your air fryer and in turn out of your air fryer onto your countertop. So make sure when you put aluminum foil on this, if you choose to, make sure you push down those ridges. And then of course, just fold down your edges, keep them out of your way, and then you'll be able to slide that in, no problem, underneath of the heating coils. If you're cooking something that splashes a lot, you don't want your heating coils to get hit with those juices, you can slide this over top of them. Again, not recommended, but it does prevent a lot of the smoking that happens. This lip up, slide that in, and it catches all of your grease and all the fat that drips from your food. So typically you want to put that grease tray underneath. But if you want to protect the heating coils for whatever reason, slide it right on top, close it up. Disclaimer, these recommendations are mine and mine only. In the manual it tells you to put the drip tray on the bottom and it tells you not to use aluminum foil. So please do so at your own discretion. But so far I've owned this for over a year and best results, aluminum foil makes for easy cleanup, and using the drip tray over top of the heating elements if I have food that's really, really greasy will prevent them from getting heated up and smoking. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this on and I'm going to let it preheat. And if it starts to smoke, turn on a fan, crack a window, open a door, let it burn off anything that's still stuck to those heating coils if you missed it while you were cleaning it. And then you're good to go with your fresh, clean air fryer oven. So leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you use to clean your air fryer, and if you have an air fryer oven, what works best for you. I'll give it a try and we'll see if maybe it works better than the Power Wash. So far, the Power Wash is the #1 contender when it comes to removing stain, removing any kind of locked on grease, and just cleaning up much easier than just using your standard dishwashing soap or liquid. That's all I got. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm Carlos. This is my channel, Just Ask Carlos, and I will definitely see y'all on the next one.